forces within. This felt like a great ceremonial, ritualistic aspect to this piece, with the drums, that strong percussive beat driving us through in the background. The sounds of the bells tinkling had a spiritual element that really elevated this piece, and I very much appreciated the atmospheric quality that soundscape provided, as well as the environment in their location scouting. And we really got to immerse ourselves in those opposite drives of water and fire. They're brought together like magnets, yet they need to be pushed apart. And it was so interesting to see how these forces live amongst one another, but also need to have their own space to thrive. Great fluidity and immersion into their roles. Felt like they were fully embodying these elements, and it was recognizable and charged. I was really impressed by the performance's technical skill and the ease with which they dove into their roles, and they found the nuance to make those oppositions sing. And really strong pacing driving us through kept me on the edge of my seat, wanting to know what's next.
Forces within. So the dancer is mesmerized by this single flame, which I think is an interesting opening image. You have a lot of creative use of editing in this piece. It's clearly cut to the beat of the music. Something I definitely noticed. The cinematography, for example, one shot that comes to mind is when we follow the flame from one performer to the next sort of performance piece. I thought that was very visually stimulating. The coloring and the costuming, and the use of the flame kind of made me think, oh, is this alluding to like fire and ice or fire and water, elements, nature? The dancer also towards the end was performing with himself, which felt very Black Swan-esque, because it's showcasing the strength of the performer to give us clear point of views from various perspectives while dancing opposite of yourself. I thought was really powerful.
I have major respect for any dancer that will dance on water because I know how hard that is not to slip. And with a film, who knows how many times he slipped and they cut it to make it look flawless. Because this dance really is just that. It's flawless. It really deals with that warring struggle between fire and ice within each of us as this man's meditating. And it really has that with the fire in it where you kind of go from hot to cold, and you have those different layers of the fire actually, where the hot is more orange, but it gets hotter the closer it gets to blue. So this has really all those different themes in it, and that this guy's kind of warring with himself. I love the costume design and the makeup in this and the set design. It looks like there's webs going around. This was really an amazing film, and it was beautiful to watch because of all the complexities that were within it.
This is for the forces within. This feels like a struggle and an exploration, sort of an introspection, facing and escaping demons. Somehow they showcase both, and they have great movements and costume design. I love that scene with the water. It's quite energizing. I love the black background. It feels like that internal battle, and at the end, almost at the end, how they intertwine. I love that setup, and their bodies, how they come together. It's quite powerful. I enjoyed it a lot.
The forces within. I thought these were emotionally charged performances, and the costumes were really cool. The red one was stuck out to me in the beginning. I thought it was really just so bold, and the lighting with that performance was really great. The music was intriguing, and I thought the costume on the guy was really interesting. It looked almost like he was wearing plastic or something, or it was supposed to be like a representation of water. Maybe she was fire and he was water. I thought the blue and the red kind of next to each other, to me it was like cool and warm or hot and cold. So I thought that was really cool. Water, I thought the water element was neat too, where he was dancing with the water on the ground, and it was really cool in creating a reflection. So really well done, just all the way around. A lot of fun to watch. Great job.